Boy, oh 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 boy. Who's horned up?
Wow, I'm horned up. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate that. Really nice of you. Training camp started the first day, officially in the books.
Let's go,
It's
let's go,
football
let's go,
season.
let's go.
Parts are tingling all over.
Got
All
Davey
over.
Chains, Dave, Bob Swede, Tim Verstig, shit, everybody. Gary Bolster, Skull TYA.
Yeah. Skull
Wonderful.
TYA, who is the newest member of the Ring of Honor.
The round,
Well done.
hefty round of applause for that. Davey Chains also upgraded today. So Davey, greatly appreciate
And
that.
Davey actually kind of got Skull TYA to do it. So well done, Davey.
Davey can make, trust me, Davey can make anybody do anything he wants.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Davey.
We got Ashley Dick. We got Patrick Harms, Viking Funeral, as always. Manamina Vossman in the house.
Yeah.
Thomas, you know what? Thomas has been having a rough go at it. Just having a real shit attitude lately.
Who's he talking to? I don't know. He's talking to us.
All of us.
He's talking to Davey.
You know what? He's talking to Tim Verstig because or Davey said he would do anything that he says to do.
Yeah. Okay. So he wants Davey. Can't even. All right.
We got the famous Beaker.
Love Beaker. Underrated Muppet.
AJ in the house.
Hosen related to
Walker. Remember Todd Walker, a twin in the 90s, just sucked. Hope there's no relation there. What a disappointment. Second baseman Todd Walker, dog shit.
He was no Larry Walker, that's for sure.
All right, yeah. Training camp started today. A lot of talkers. We'll give it a couple minutes here as we just sit here and whap beers and give our greetings to everybody joining the room.
Julian Marker's here. Hello, Julian Marker.
Welcome to professional football.
Viking Jerome. There's his face. Look at that cute little mug. Wonder what I don't know what Thomas wants him to do to him.
I don't know. I bet we'll find out. Julian Marker got the I can confirm he got the beautiful retro style Justin Jefferson jersey. Got a picture of it. Ryan Wright.
Look at Vikings punter.
I hope he had one hell of a practice today, booting the shit out of that ball.
I'm sure he did. Wonder what he thinks about that new long snapper. What that how many snaps he got. New tight end / long snapper.
I've never seen a more uncomfortable smile than that picture.
Yeah, looks like he's maybe got a shit or something.
That's the face I look like when I'm dropping hotties in the morning.
Ryan, did you have to poop in that picture? And you're just pinching her off.
Bob Swede in the house.
We got 45 already.
All right, let's talk some Vikings, baby.
Well, let's quit the cocktails and let's get into it here. So let's start with our first round draft pick, Jordan Addison. He let it be known, or I don't know where it slipped out, but apparently he told the police the reason he was going 140 miles an hour was because he had a dog emergency at home. He had to get home to his little pooch, and that's why he was speeding. What do you guys think of Jordan Addison's?
Was that what it was? I thought he had his dog with him.
I don't know. I don't know if he was going to the dog, if the dog was in there. That's what I'm not sure about. But either way, it was a dog emergency. What do you guys think about his excuse? Are you buying it, or does it just give you more bad vibes about a first round pick?
I'll tell you somebody who didn't seem to buy it, and that's head coach Kevin O'Connell. He didn't say it, but it seemed like, you know what, this guy's full of shit. I like his excuse, but he's full of shit. Well, that's not my take on it. I got a take, but
yeah, I got
D. Garcia, Meep, old Beaker. I'm just gonna we'll refer to Meep as Beaker just because it's the most. He's full of crap.
Yeah.
Thomas says you don't mess with his dogs, I guess. I mean, that's not the question, though. Like, do we believe him? Like, I think we all agree you don't want to mess with your dog, but do we believe that was actually right?
Not Thomas's dog.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's believing his story. Harms, actually, I think it would have been better to say that he had to take a shit. It's creative. I'll give him that. It'll be funny when we realize that he actually doesn't even have a dog in a month. It's like he doesn't have a dog.
There's no dog. There's no Addison pooch. No way in hell. Yeah. I mean, to me, all right. Here's the one thing that I don't believe it. Number one, I'm just gonna get that out there right now. I don't believe it. But there. I mean, especially if you're single and you have a dog. I mean, that dog is your life. That's everything. So, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that somebody could actually feel that way about their dog. That they would speed home to get to the dog. but I'm not buying Jordan Addison's excuse.
Okay. I thought the dog was with him. I didn't know he was going home to the dog. That even makes it less. 140. I mean, did his dog's head fall off? I mean, what's the difference between 140? Nobody believes it. He's full of shit. I'm glad he came up with a creative excuse. Put it behind us. Go out there and catch a shit ton of balls. But that's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life.
And but then you just last week people are harping on him for the what do you say? Let's get paid right away. The injuries and now this and the excuse on top of it. It's not a great start for Jordan Addison here in purple. And like we had talked about, he just needs to start doing positive things here. And we're going to talk about here in a minute, but him just practicing today after missing OTAs was a positive note.
See you, Thomas. glad you were able to come. Dave, I actually got my AC turned way too low, so it is actually cold in my house. It's very hot outside, though. So let's move on. I'm sick of the dog talk. Whatever happens, you know what? Let's just make some plays on the field. That's all I give a shit. Go 140, 6 days out of the week. Get some touchdowns.
Yeah. Do you think Thomas is coming back?
I don't know. Thomas seems ordinary tonight. That's okay. We all have a bad day.
All right, so TJ Hockenson contract talks, still nothing's happened there, but something did happen that could determine what amount he gets paid. Cole Kmet was recently signed by the Bears, extended by the Bears, 4 years for $50 million. What does this do to TJ Hockenson and his contract with the Vikings?
I'm more concerned. Cole Kmet, I mean, has the guy really done much? I was
I went back and looked, and he actually, he had like 7 touchdowns last year. He's more production than I was expecting.
Still, I was pretty surprised by that contract. What this does for me is it just proves that the Vikings need to make this a priority. Get him signed before 4 other tight ends just make a shit ton more money than they should and just drive up his price. This only helps TJ Hockenson. If Cole Kmet's getting paid that, I'm looking his career best is 60 receptions for 612 yards. TJ Hockenson does that in one fucking game.
Oh, I mean, it's a little bit extreme, but I think the Bears are just trying to lock this guy in before he has another huge season and gets even more expensive. So it makes sense from that standpoint. But yeah, I mean, TJ Hawkinson's a better player. So what numbers are we looking at now? Are we looking at 5 years, $60 million? I mean, what does this mean now for Hockenson? 4 years? I don't know. I mean, I have no idea, but it's definitely going to be a lot more than Cole Kmet got.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it last week, I think. I mean, the top one, is it Kittle, Kelsey, whatever, and Darren Waller? He's going to be right there. He's going to be I still think he's going to end up being the 3rd highest paid tight end. And we're going to have to shell it out. And he deserves it. I'm all for it. Whatever it is, as long as it's not like, what the hell did they just do? It's worth every damn penny. He's going to our tight end for the next 5 to it could be our next tight end for the next
decade.
5 to 7 years.
Say it. Don't be scared. Decade. 10 years.
That's stupid. He ain't gonna be our tight end for the next decade. Although Jimmy Graham just re-signed with the Saints, which I can't believe.
Wolf's saying $15 million per year.
$15 million a year for a tight end that just is beautiful. It's just he's so perfect with Justin Jefferson. That double whammy there. It's worth even paying him more than he should. Bring it on, baby. Detroit Lions, kiss my ass. You guys got hosed. And by the way, you got hosed on that Jameson trade too. William, your receiver, he sucks. It's hurt. Lupagus cried in his freaking beer for weeks after we made that trade. We look like geniuses.
Well, it's not like anybody we've gotten has really panned out yet either. So that trade still has some.
We got way more picks, so we got way more picks, baby. Everybody bitching about that trade. Eat my ass.
I'm not ready to crown it a win yet for the Vikings, but the way Jameson Williams is going, it sure looks like it's going to work out in our favor. Lewis Dean has to step up, though. He has to step up.
We got way more than just him out of that.
No, I know. I saw what it was today, but again, a lot of guys just still have to produce before I'm starting to get all excited like you are on that one. Let's stay with TJ Hockenson. And I know the NFL Top 100 it's just bullshit and it's just a filler show, but TJ Hawkinson's not on the top 100. Are you kidding me? Justin Fields was like 86. How was TJ Hockenson not one of the top 100 players in the NFL?
Yeah, it just confirmed. I mean, every year Kendrick's just finally started making it. Harrison Smith was like 90 something. It's so fucking stupid. I mean, TJ Hockenson, are you shitting me? Top 4 tight end in the league doesn't make the list. It's just it makes you not even watch. I love the morning show. But I mean, those lists are stupid.
They still have that. I quit watching when Kay Adams left.
Oh no, I love that show.
Yeah, Kyle Brandt's good. He's good.
Love it.
You just watch snippets. Yeah, so it's just bizarre and it's bullshit. But we talked about earlier about looked like Ryan Wright was holding something in. Danielle Hunter apparently is holding in. He's not holding out. He's there, but he's not going to practice until the contract is figured out. So Danielle Hunter holding in. Is it just me, or I don't remember ever hearing about this before, this situation?
Hold on. Frozen North. I personally love all the underestimation on this. I've never seen that word before. It's fine. We'll take some underestimation. Just keep on sleeping, baby. I'm sorry. What was your question? That long word just really threw me off.
What was I talking? Oh, Danielle Hunter holding in. I mean, has this ever happened before? Has a guy showed up?
Oh, hell yeah.
To hold in? I just never heard of a hold in. And then is it the same as a holdout? Is it a distraction? He's not there, but is he locked in a room? Does he not watch practice? Does he talk to the other guys? What is the extent of this hold in? And what does this mean for the Vikings and what's going to happen here?
Yeah, I mean, usually they report and then just kind of claim that they're injured and just maybe go on the pup or something until they figure it out. So I'm not surprised. The good thing is he showed up. So it's not like they're so butthurt and hate each other, like F you, I'm not coming. So that is a very, 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 very good sign. They're going to get shit done. If it wasn't close, I could see him holding out and then just doing good on his fine. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. They're not going to. I mean, is he going to show up and sit there for 2 weeks and not practice? That sounds awkward.
But the fact he's there, I guess that waives the whole fining thing. So that was the fine print there. So he can't get fined now. Yeah, see, that's it. It's the loophole. He doesn't get fined now. But where is he? What's he doing? Is he sitting on the bleachers? Like, I mean, if I was at training camp right now, could I be sitting next to Danielle Hunter out there in the first row watching that cool security guard who's doing all the weird shit when we were there?
By the looks of his body, he's probably working out. He's probably having a blast. He's probably pointing and laughing at the other veterans, saying, look, I'm about to get paid out my ass, and I don't even have to practice right now. So I see this coming. It's got to be close. It's got to be happening soon. They want him out there. Brian Flores is going to want him out there with the defense. Get it done. If it was not going to happen, he wouldn't be there. He wouldn't be there. No way.
You would think so, but I mean, then he's out there liking all these Jaguars and following them on Instagram, and who knows? It's all a bunch of, I don't know. It's all a game. It's all a game. Is that true?
Malarkey, as they say. Purple and Gold for Days pregame shows. We're going live this year before the game, after the game, and on Wednesdays. So you guys are going to be sick of us, but make sure to saddle up. But we'll probably be going pregame like a 10:45, 11.
Yeah, and those are going to be quick ones. The pregame ones will be
15, 20 minutes, maybe a couple morning beers. You never know.
Maybe a little mimosa. Who knows? Who knows? Watch me eat my Wheaties. All right, so
Wheaties.
I don't know. I used to put so much sugar on those things. I think one of the biggest things coming out day one of practice day was Brian O'Neill. He's not on the pup. He is on the rehab field. So to me, this is putting him on the fast track to actually maybe start week one and not to worry about Oli Udoh being a right tackle against the Bucs.
Hey, Oli Udoh wasn't bad at right tackle. Give him his credit. He is due.
Yeah, but we want Brian O'Neill out there.
We do want Brian O'Neill. This is fantastic. Love everything about it. I could see him being over on that little field, the little misfit of toys field over there for a while. Let him sit over there the whole damn time. Come back ready for week one.
Watch.
There is no reason to rush Brian O'Neill. The dude is one of the best in the league.
Yeah,
I'm sure he was probably 376 on the NFL Network's top 100.
And I just think his injury, his healing, his recovery is ahead of schedule. That's what I get from this. So I love it. I love it that he's there, rehabbing.
Skull 208. Well, where else is he going to be? Skull 208 has some breaking news. Just the tip wet.
Just the tip wet.
Yeah. Are we clear? Gary Balster wants to know some favorite position battles this year. Balster, who has one hell of a start to a man cave, which I would love to sit down and just maybe have a couple beers, maybe stay a night or two. I bet Balster makes a hell of a spaghetti dish.
I bet he makes a mean grilled cheese sandwich.
No, I bet he spaghetti, homemade meatballs.
Wow. So Vikings released their first undrafted rookie the other day, Malik Knowles, but turns out he is back in purple. He's on the IR, which means he can't play at all this year, but he is on the IR, which means he remains a Minnesota Viking.
You're completely ignoring Gary Balser's questions.
I'm sticking to the agenda here. We can get on that later.
Yeah. All right, fine. Malik Knowles, thank God he cleared waivers. I'm so glad he's back. Super Bowl homeboy.
Oh, I mean, he's still Viking. He's still Viking for one more year. So Gary Balser, favorite position to me, top to bottom, is the quarterback group for me because I think there's a lot of intrigue at the top. Don't know who's going to be starting. And then you also got a little battle for that last spot. If they do keep 6, who's it going to be? Joanne Williams or maybe some undrafted guy who emerges, or one of these second-year players like Kalen Barnes, Tay Gowan, someone like that. So to me, a lot of intrigue at cornerback this year.
Yeah, Flores was talking about it today, just saying like the competition. I mean, this is the position to watch, basically. Like a lot of guys are ready to roll here, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this one shakes out. Very interesting. I mean, God, there's so many wrinkles in this thing. We have so much hope for Andrew Booth. We got so much hope for the rookies that we took this year. Caleb Evans is giving me a diamond rough. Jawan Williams, guy we signed, a former second-round pick. Maybe he'll finally live up to expectations. I love the shit out of this one. The linebacker one position battle is more so who's going to end up making the team. That's going to be a very fun one to watch. Like Ivan Pace, Andre Carter, Troy Reed, or Troy Dye. Who's going to be the odd man out? So there's so many good ones. And it really, they're all on the defensive side of the ball. The only one on offense is just the back ass end of the wide receiver crew. Other than that, it seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and I think it's wide receiver 5 and 6. I think Jalen Miller's in. And then you look at the O-line, it's just depth. There's some depth battles there. But other than that, I mean, and then at tight end, you got tight end 3 between Johnny Munt and Nick Muse would be a battle.
Hey, if you're watching the video, hit the like button right now. All you got to do, like, just move your mouse like 2 inches. Boop. Give her a like. Let's do this, baby.
Let's do it. So, yeah.
Troy Dye can't tackle. Troy Dye really can't do much of anything, to be honest.
No. He, I just can't believe his body shape out there being a linebacker. Just too damn skinny.
He's a damn athlete. He is an athlete. So, yeah. So, I mean, I kind of shrugged off Malik Knowles. A lot of people are excited about him. We'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, we actually thought, okay, here's the first guy gone, and he's back. So, it's interesting. I did want to see him. You had been intriguing to watch this year. So now I guess we'll have to put our hopes in Cephas, old Cephas Johnson.
Big Dave on running back committee stacks up. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Everybody thinks, McBride. I still think it's going to be Madison and Chandler, and that's it.
Yeah,
CJ Ham will get it on 3rd and 14. We'll get a 1-yard pass.
Now you'll get
a jet sweep. That, unless Madison goes down, I don't see McBride. If he has more than 5 carries all year, I would be surprised.
Yeah, we'll see how the thing shakes out. And I don't say I'm not high on Madison, but I also don't think he's the savior either. I mean, he is what he is. He's
Vikings, dude, they signed him to a pretty good contract.
They did, but again,
that means they're going to give him the ball.
This is a passing offense. Running back is it's secondary here. He'll probably get over 1,000 yards. We'll see what he can do with it. But the explosive plays, the long runs, are they going to be there? I don't know.
Well, I mean, Josh Oliver's brought in. It seems like they might be altering the offense just a little bit. I'm expecting a heavy dose of some run game.
Yeah, but it all comes down to Kevin O'Connell calling the plays. I mean, he loves to throw the ball. I remember you watching the Giants. You were screaming, run the fucking ball over and over again. He wouldn't do it. It's in his DNA. He wants to put that thing in the air. Can he truly overcome that? I don't care who they sign in the offseason. He's got to overcome his desire to put the ball in the air.
I got a desire.
What is it?
I'll never tell.
Thomas did. It was to get the hell out of here early.
All right, we're at 21 likes. We got 66 watching. Hit the like button. Let's go.
All right, so let's talk about training camp. Hold
on. Skull 208 saying Cook is not out of the picture yet. Did you see when they asked Kevin O'Connell or Kwesi about this is the first time I've seen Kwesi actually look annoyed. He's a smooth talker. He could probably talk me into doing things that are damn near illegal and embarrassing. But he basically said, like, without saying it, like, shut up. Like, he ain't coming back.
I think the only thing that could possibly it would have to be a devastating injury to somebody, higher up on the depth chart, if he's still available out there in free agency. That's the only thing I think. That's the
I was
only.
surprised. I was surprised. I agree with you. I was surprised by how kind of stern he was, just saying, I want to talk about the guys that are here. I'm never going to say nothing is impossible, or I'm paraphrasing, but it was like, shut up, move on from different question. And Kwesi is usually like all smiles. And I think the honeymoon might be a little bit over on this. It's going to be fun to watch him. I hope he's more of an asshole this year, because last year, shit, he was just, his answers were just to please everybody.
Well, and it was the honeymoon phase last year, but now he's got draft picks who have to hit. Lewis Cine has to hit. I mean, Booth Jr. doesn't have to hit, but if he did, it'd be really helpful. Ed Ingram takes a step forward, it'd be very helpful. Jordan Addison, if he produces, Kwesi's got a lot riding on him this year, because if these players don't start producing, he's going to start getting labeled as a bad drafter. He's going to start coming on him. If he's free agent moves that he brought in, Jalen Ranger's been a bust. Ross Blacklock's been a bust. So there's going to be heat put on him here now. So he's probably starting to feel some stress, knowing like his moves now, they're under a microscope and they can properly be judged after this year.
Hey, just like that, we're up to 32 likes. Still got a ways to go. We got 65 watching. Hit that like button. Yeah. No, I wholeheartedly agree. A lot of tequila talk. Tequila is probably the grossest tasting thing and the grossest smelling thing ever. And I've smelled Lupagus after a sauna, and it was gross.
No, you smell me when I was Madame
Ed Guy Rocks picked up on that. Thank you. I couldn't believe what I heard. I didn't know if it was just me.
Did I say coming on him?
Viking Funeral loves himself some tequila. If I was with Viking Funeral, and as long as it was just a early night, I would take a shot with Viking Funeral, and that's probably going to happen.
I don't think you would.
No, Viking Funeral, I would take a shot with Viking.
You'd piss your pants after you took it.
Hey, you know what? That's just
crying. Probably go home and watch Fried Green Tomatoes.
I do like me a nice drama, 80s drama movie when I'm fairly inebriated. It's a great thing to fall asleep to.
It is. All right. So training camp is officially underway. Day one of practice is in the books. So I mean, every year you hear things. What are some things you're expecting to hear this year from Vikings training camp? It could just be a long, week-long narrative. It could be something that you're expecting to hear. Let's talk about some things we're expecting to hear this year when the Vikings training camp news and nuggets begin to drop.
Well, let's talk about the biggest thing that I think you might have skipped over, unless I'm completely missing it. I mean, Jordan Addison practiced in full today.
Oh, did we not? Oh, I mentioned it, but yeah.
Jordan, I mean, that's the biggest news of the day. Jordan Addison practicing in full. I mean, this guy, minicamp, got injured, sitting on the sidelines, whatever he was doing, saving dogs. He's practicing full, and he stayed afterwards, after practice. This is bigger than anything that could have come out, because if he started training camp today and he still wasn't practicing, I was going to get real close to cutting my parts off and throwing against the wall.
Which would you start with?
All of it in one lob. It ain't going to take much, and those things would be chucked against the wall. So that is Tim Verstig. You know what? You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I was going to do that. I was going to start saying R.I.P. Sinead.
Nothing compares to you. So that's big. That's the biggest thing. I love it. I love everything about it, because if this shit was going on for another week, another 2 weeks, big time.
Well, and they said they're bringing him along slowly. They're being cautious with it. So maybe he truly wasn't as hurt as bad as what they said was actually true. He wasn't that hurt.
He's here. This is where it matters. Minicamp, yeah, it would have been great if he was out there, but this is the moment, baby. Let's go.
All right, so let's go. So what are we expecting to hear from training camp this year? Some just things that come out every single year. Sometimes you hear the same thing. What are you expecting here this year?
One bar tossing his lamb fries. What's that mean?
No idea.
I'm gonna have to Google
I think your lamb fries might be your parts.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Lamb fries. Yeah, those things just gone.
We got any new YouTube members today?
I don't know. I'm really concentrating on likes today. I appreciate Viking Funeral and everyone else reminding us to mention things. You hit the like button, because that does help us out quite a bit. And hey, let's get to 10,000 subs. We're so damn close.
We are so damn close. So, by the way, we got some big news coming up here. We're not sure when we're going to announce it, but it's coming up probably next week.
Yeah, starting August, we got ourselves one hell of a sponsor. We're very excited about that. So it's gonna be a fun year, baby. Fun year. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Viking Funeral confirms that lamb fries are penises.
So you have two.
Is that a
You cut your lamb fries?
Is it apostrophe after the S, or is it penises?
No, that shows ownership.
Yeah, I don't you own it? I'm confused.
He's not saying that they're your penis.
Harms is trying to upgrade his membership. Apparently,
no, just do what you with the Patreon. Harms, just have like 7 accounts. We appreciate that too.
We're gonna think of some fancy way tonight, so stick around. We're gonna give a $1 Lumpagus hat tonight. Don't know how, don't know why, but we're just gonna do it anyways. So make sure you're around to the end.
Let's remember to do that. You got your spinning tool already?
No, it's not even gonna do that. I don't know. It's gonna be everybody that's here, not just a member. It's everybody commenting. Right. We'll see. Maybe it's just a funny comment that we see, and we're just gonna give away a hat. I don't know. Big Luft, it is not beer. It is a fan. I'll say this: it's a fantasy app, but it's a good one. So it's one that you guys maybe have heard of, but one that you definitely have to use to help us out.
Yeah, we'll be using this thing, and we are working on new beer sponsors too. So that hopefully will be coming too. All right, so
Yellow, good to see you, buddy. Look at that! Look at that beautiful hat.
Yeah, wow, and that mustache, it goes great with the hat. That mustache really ties the hat together.
Goddamn, dude, we're up to 39 likes. Let's get to 50 before this thing's over. But let's keep rolling, baby. Let's do this. So, favorite player over the past. In the past years, it seems like Vikings training camp, we have some darlings that we fall in love with, that we are 100% sure they're going to make the team. And then once come final cuts, we're like, I can't believe he was cut. What the hell are they doing? They're nuts. Usually they turn out to be nothing. But who is that guy for you? Put it in the comments. Who is the guy that has ripped shit up over the past and then just faded away? Jacob Tobin. Good to see you, buddy. I'm surprised I don't see like 14 Joe Banyards yet.
Yeah, he was always the preseason darling.
Jackie Cheb, I think it's Chen, and he hasn't played yet.
Chubb?
Doesn't count.
Cheb, old Jackie Cheb.
Harms given or Viking Funeral. Appreciate that. Kyle Slaughter, yeah, I expected some Slaughters for sure. Bob Sweet, Tim Versteeg, Slaughter has played on like every league possible.
Luigi Villain made the team, Davey. Let you go cut off your lamb bits.
Jeez, I think Ashley and Viking Funeral need a little alone time right now.
I think Ashley needs to have a cool nickname too.
Viking Funeral and I just want
Viking Lamb Chunks, or what it was called.
Something about dick, but that'd be inappropriate. Chad Beebe, there we go. I mean, he was cut a few times, but he ended up making it, so that's a good one. But Luigi Villain, yeah, Davey, come on. Peyton Hillis, wrong team.
What?
I don't know, but
you know what? If that guy looked at me, I'd be like, "Yep, okay, good answer."
Yeah, I'm not messing with Thomas. He looks like he could beat the shit out of us. Yeah, Rose, there we go. AJ Rose.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, John David Booty. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Heath Farwell. He was a hell of a Viking. Yeah, he damn CLC. All right, Lumpagus, you got one or not?
Well, I just go back to last year. T.Y. McGill, the guy was a fucking beast, sacking people left and right in the preseason games. Everybody's like, okay, this guy's making the team. Ends up getting released because there was an injury, and that was it. That was the end of the story. But T.Y. McGill was huge last year. He ripped it up last August.
Yeah, that's a good one. Very recent one. Someone said Childs, Greg Childs. Greg Childs was like Lieutenant Dan. I don't even know if he had legs.
I think he ever played.
He tore everything apart. Hold on. I'm just Jarius Wright. No, you're thinking of Childs. Sean Worthern. He was on the team. He went to the Bills after that.
Yeah, I think a second rounder.
Let's see. Kenny Willekes. Hell yeah. Oh, Gary Bolster said, "Save my pubes. You boys want them in spaghetti?" No, I'm not eating anything. Mine was so I had Brock Lesnar on there. How can you not have Brock Lesnar on there? And then I had Ian Johnson. Remember Ian Johnson, the running back from Boise State?
Yeah, he had the Statue of Liberty play.
rip shit up. Well, I mean, and he had a fantastic college career. He's just one of those guys that wasn't built for the NFL, but you really just want him to make the team. And he actually had a pretty decent preseason. It was like 2010, maybe. I don't know. It was a long ass time ago. But Ian freaking Johnson.
Yeah, another guy I mentioned. I mean, Rock Thomas had a couple good years. I think he actually made the team once, but he was always somebody who was impressive when he was out there. Yeah, Heath Farwell. Didn't he end up going to the Seattle route too?
Yeah, Farwell he always made the team. I think School 2A is just going.
He's still thinking about that tip, put that tip in.
All right, so and then every year on top of that, there's just a guy who rips it up, whether he makes the team or not. Who's going to be that player this year? Comments. Let's go. Harms. I don't know. I don't think he made the team.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Who's the guy that's just going to rip it up that you're talking about? I mean, what's some great examples? Who is the cornerback from Texas A&M, or the hell's his name?
Oh, the wide receiver.
Alexander Hollins. I mean, guys like that. Rock Thomas's.
Quadre.
Quadre Davis was the wide receiver, but there was a cornerback. Quadre. But who's going to be the guy that every time you're reading the recap of the day is ripping it up with the 2s or the 3s, and you're like, holy shit, we might find something here. We got Jaron Hall. We got Ivan Pace. McBride, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Viking Funeral did confirm that grammar is fantastic. I apologize.
Google confirmed. That's a comment I never thought I'd read on the show.
You should see my Google search. Thayer Thomas, let's go. D. Garcia.
He's just trying to get you excited.
It worked. Let's go, baby. Naylor, hardly know her. Male or let's see, Carter. Who's Carter? Andre Carter. Andre. Another Naylor, Blackman, Alan Ali. Let's go, baby. I think we're all Alan Ali fans here. Case Keenum. It's random. Ivan Pace.
Not arguing with that guy.
Art Vandelay.
Art Vandelay. Yeah, he's
up against. Who's your guy? Who's going to be the one?
I'm actually going to go with. I'm actually going to go with a not a rookie, not a young player, but it's already started. Josh Metellus buzz has been hot and heavy. Harrison Smith was just singing his praises. He's got a great OTA mini camp. I think Brian Flores has talked to him about. So I actually think Josh Metellus is a guy we're going to keep hearing more and more about. And this buzz is going to build because I think Brian Flores is going to utilize him in a lot of different ways. He's been playing nickel. I wouldn't be surprised if he played some linebacker, some safety. Josh Metellus is a guy too. When he gets on the field, he produces. So I hope he does have a role, and I hope whatever buzz creates in this preseason carries into the regular season.
I like it. We're up to 45 likes. If you're watching the video, just click the like button. Nobody even sees that you liked it, so there's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Don't be embarrassed.
I mean, all right, we got Lewis Seen. We got a Zach Snyder, new Minnesota Viking. Luigi, I'm gonna go with a guy that's not a rookie either. I'm gonna throw out Juwan Williams. And this might be just me wishful thinking, but Juwan Williams, fresh start. Like, he doesn't have the pressure of that, not living up to that second round pick, coming into a spot where he can actually see some playing time. So Juwan Williams is my boy. I want nothing more than to hear about him. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. I mean, if I was going down the dream scenario, I'd do the Ivan Paces. I'd do the Andre Carters. I would do some defensive lineman that has no right to do it. But yeah, I'm going with Juwan Williams. Mark Johnson in the house.
Yeah.
Bees notches.
Notches.
I hope it's Ed Ingram.
I hope so too.
And also, I mean, the Harmsy with the Luigi, an outside linebacker, not named Andre Carter. I mean, like a Luigi Villain. Hell yeah.
I mean, there's a group. There's like this big group of these underrated players. Everybody's talking about the new faces, either the free agents or the rookies, undrafted rookies. But there's this group of like second-year players who I think we're all overlooking. I mean, Tristan Jackson, Luigi Villain, William Kwenku, all these guys have legitimate chances to make this team. And you brought up the safety the other day, Theo Jackson. I mean, let's not overlook these guys. I mean, Tristan Jackson said he stayed after practice, worked with Justin Jefferson and KJ Osborne, And KJ Osborne is a guy who definitely has a strong work ethic. If I'm a young player, I'm sticking around him, seeing what he does, how he got to where he is after a horrible rookie season. So to me, you can't overlook this group of second-year, maybe third-year players who maybe haven't done anything yet.
Ball man.
Oh, Gary
Love you.
Foster.
Appreciate that, sir.
So much. So much.
$9.99 feels like I owe you dinner. And if you come over, I'll make you a hell of a dinner.
Will there be pubes in the food? Because apparently that's
no,
Gary
it's gross. You shouldn't do that. And the best thing, I mean, one of the main things you saw today on all the reports as far as training camp, like everybody stayed after. I mean, everybody was. TJ Hawkinson was staying after. I mean, everybody was staying after. I mean, let's go. Let's go. You love to see that shit. I have learned Harmsy has a very special spot in his heart for Sheldon Day. And Sheldon Day, I think, was a 4th rounder out of Notre Dame, right? 4th rounder, 5th rounder, something like that.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Was he Notre Dame?
That's what I'm not sure about.
I think he was Notre Dame.
I want to put him at LSU. I'm going to look.
I think he was Notre Dame, and I'm pulling for Sheldon Day just for Harmsy.
He was Notre Dame. You're right.
49 likes, one more to 50-50 just sounds so much better.
YouTube members. Football junkie is bricked.
Yo, I made it. I'm so horned up, I'm bricked. Oh, God. Put some ice on that thing. Nobody wants to be bricked.
Tuck it in the waistband of your shorts. That always worked for me.
If you're bricked, you just need you need a release.
Oh my God, that's beyond.
It's too late. You can't do that. Bricked is beyond comfortable.
All right. So,
also, Harms, I don't like when you say draft process. I just want to be clear.
No, he's trying to make himself sound more smart than he is, but I think Harms is pretty smart. So let's see. Let's get a list going here. We got a lot of veteran players who are on the bubble fighting for a roster spot. Let's just start talking about some of these players because there's really quite a few veterans.
Well, yeah, we got to talk about things we expect to hear too.
Well, I've tried to do that, but you moved on to something else, so I was gonna come back to that.
All right, yeah, veteran players. Veteran players. Remember, a veteran is somebody who has been in the league for at least 4 years.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like, I mean, this could be their first year with the Vikings, but they still they're a veteran.
Veteran, 4 years in the league.
Ooh, Mark Johnson already dropping a Chris Reed on us.
At Viking Funeral, I think Lubbogus and I have mentioned this. If we were going to be mature by now, it would have already happened.
Hey, you know what?
Our significant others just have to deal with it.
Males don't reach maturity until they're 43. I still have a month to go.
I've topped out. This is as mature as I'm going to get. I'm going to be the creepy old guy in the nursing home. I can't wait.
Jordan Hicks, Verstig dropping a Jordan Hicks.
Jordan Hicks, that's not crazy.
Skull TYA has James Lynch. He was on my list as well.
I don't think has he been here. Has he been in the league 4 years? I think it's only been 3.
I think you're the only one who says this has to be a 4-year thing. To me, it's beyond 2.
The definition of an NFL veteran is 4 years in the league. So
where'd you see that?
That's what it is. That's how you tell. Like after you're a veteran, you get certain perks as far as in the NFL. It is it's fairly common knowledge.
What do you call a second-year player or a third-year player?
A second-year player and a third-year player.
I'm not even arguing on this. I'm going to count James Lynch. Easy. I'm going to count James Lynch on this one. No, Nick Mullins, Jacob Tobin, really?
If you want to say James Lynch would be something like a surprise cut, that's fine, but he's not a veteran. I mean, the definition is straightforward.
He's in his 4th year.
4 years in the league as a veteran.
I'm disagreeing on that.
This isn't even an argument.
I'm disagreeing on that.
This is stupid. I think we just lost 18 viewers.
I don't think so. I think you're the only one on this one. Bynum, but he's barely not a veteran. Veteran is not on his rookie contract anymore.
Yeah, 4 years.
If you got something in writing, that's fine.
All you gotta do is Google it. It's simple.
3 years and a half years qualifies for pension. Greg Joseph, I think he counts.
Yeah, Greg Joseph, I think was like 2018, maybe 2017. So he's a veteran.
But you can be like in the league for 4 years, but not. I mean, you could be cut, you could be back, you could be. I mean, Addison.
NFL veteran minimum benefits when qualified a player with more than 4 or more years of NFL experience. Confirming once again.
Well, then I guess my thought on this one was players who are been with the team at least a couple years.
All right, so not a veteran, and that's still fair game. I'm game. Let's do it. What do you got?
Schlotman was just dropped. Bullard and Blacklock. Both of those guys are on my list. I have Bullard, Blacklock. I got Jalen Rager, Jawan Williams, Troy Dye, and James Lynch. I think those guys are veterans or experienced players who could definitely are right on the bubble. And I'm not sure how many guys can make this team.
Experienced player.
Well, that's fine. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. But those, I mean, there's a group, and there's probably more. Who do you have on yours? I
got Chris Reed.
Yep.
Chris Reed, if he got cut tomorrow, I would give 2 shits. I'd be all fine. Alan Ali, step on in, baby. I got Greg Joseph. I got Johnny Munt. I didn't include any of the guys that weren't over 4 years. So Troy Dyes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, all those guys you listed are Viking Funeral. Let's go, baby.
Oh my God.
Let's go. Viking Funeral. We're gonna rename this show to instead of Horned Up, it's just gonna be a Viking Funeral. Viking live Funeral. Sponsored by Viking Funeral.
Well, I mean, let's dive into some of these. I mean, really,
love you, man.
Holy shit. But you look at James Lynch, Jonathan Bullard, Ross Blacklock. The team has to keep one of those guys, right? So, I mean, you're going to keep somebody who's just excited.
You just froze up on me. I didn't hear what you said.
I'm just saying, like, between these D linemen, I mean, you got to keep somebody between Bullard, Blacklock, and Lynch, unless you bring somebody from the outside in via trade or whatever.
That's enough for a real funeral.
No, I don't think those Iowa funerals are expensive.
Yeah, I mean, and it's going to happen. It has to happen. And the funny part is, whoever we end up cutting, we're probably going to bring them back in our practice squad anyways, because nobody's going to want them.
Yeah, and the practice squad, I mean, is there can you be a veteran, the 4 year, your definition of veteran, can you be that?
Practice squad, now you can be
now anybody. It's anything, that's what I thought. Yeah, and I'm curious, like, would you bring back a James Lynch? Would you even want him around? I mean, Jalen Rager, I mean, like, really, if he doesn't do anything this preseason, he has to be gone. There's just nothing, there's no reason to keep him other than what you invested in him as far as the draft picks.
No, I mean, if you're talking about should a Ross Blacklock or a Bullard or Lynch be on your practice squad, hell yes, they should be on your practice squad. They know the defense. They've been around. Bring them up. I mean, Bullard started like 8 games last year. It's not like when he comes in, he's going to be a guy that's going to come in and be a difference maker, but he's going to be a guy that knows the system. I mean, it's not going to fuck everything else up. So I'm all for it. Cut these guys and bring them back. I mean, James Lynch pulls on my heart because we're both gingers, and I love him. I love him more than anything. Out of Baylor, dude had 15 sacks.
Well, because they just put him outside and let him run well as a quarterback.
He actually has had a couple of decent years as a guy that should be a depth piece.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm just hoping that just use him to what works. Quit trying to put, a square peg in a round hole. If James Lynch can rush in a 3-man front from the outside, let him do it. Create something for him to do that. So I hope they actually, use these guys in the best way possible.
Oh, they will. They're smart. They're smart, way smarter than us.
All right, let's go back. So every year training camp rolls around, we start hearing things coming out. It might be whatever.
Thank you, Derek.
Ginger, that's true. So what are some things you're expecting to hear in camp this year?
What are we going to hear? What are the cliches? 79 watcher. Let's get some more likes on that video, baby.
What is who did he Skull T White has gifted a membership to us? I don't know. Skull T White has gifted a membership.
Really?
I don't know.
Well, I felt that for a second. Skull T White is
very generous.
I don't see anything, so I'll have to trust you on this.
Maybe it was to me. I don't know. Anyway, he's a generous lover.
Oh, I guarantee that. I guarantee that very much.
Oh, Jalen Twyman. Yeah, that's so good. That was a good one, JDT 93.
Jalen Twyman. Yeah, dude didn't do anything.
He was the one who got shot, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
In his ass, like 5 times. Derek Allen says he'll take that gift. He's broke. Anybody can get Derek Allen a membership.
I'm humbled,
Appreciate
Ryan Barg. Yeah. So, hey, if you guys want to be a member of the show, greatly appreciate the support. There's the link. Hit it up. We got a handful of different levels. We'll take anything you got, baby.
Hell yes.
Yeah. All right. What are we gonna hear What are we gonna hear in training camp?
Now
I got some. I
got a couple too. I think the first one we're going to hear is this: the offense is ahead of the defense. I expect to hear that
every year.
No, we hear the defense is ahead of the offense a lot. I think it's going to be flipped this year. It's going to be strictly offense is ahead of the defense, and I expect to hear that probably tomorrow.
Yeah, School 208 nailed it too. I think he says how the defense is much more aggressive. I expect to hear things from like Kirk Cousins on the offensive side of the ball and just basically saying this is a completely different defense. I mean, just very aggressive, keeping them on their toes. I think the Vikings are smart enough to know that they need to talk up this defense. They have to talk up this defense. So I hope he's right. I think another thing is that Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi, something tells me they're going to be talking up that 2022 draft class, even if it's not deserved. Like they're going to be saying things like, "Oh wow, he is doing he is looking real good out there," because they have to. They have to. So I'm fully expecting that.
Before we got Viking Funeral has gifted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 memberships.
I don't see any of this. So
Chris
Viking Funeral, greatly appreciate it, man.
19, J Malls, generic name, and Mason M. All were gifted memberships by Viking Funeral. That's good for 1 month. Viking Funeral, so generous.
Wow, that is Viking Funeral. Our man, boom.
What a guy.
I hope the ones that he gifted it to deserved it.
I on the comments before, so maybe they're his buddies. His buddies. He hangs out at
everybody's buddies here. You ever seen Young Guns? Go anybody watching this after the show, go to YouTube and type in Young Guns Pals, and they do a whole montage of how many times they say the word pals in that movie. It's beautiful.
I say Montaglia. Another thing I'm expecting to hear is Cam Bynum is our starting safety. I expect that to start. I'm sure there's gonna be questions with Kwesi, with Brian Flores, with Kevin O'Connell. Who's starting opposite Harrison Smith? I'm expecting to be Cam Bynum until about September 1st. Then we're still hearing Lucine as a starter.
Viking Funeral is carrying the show. It needs to be it needs to be one bar up against a Viking Funeral show, and it probably will happen very soon. Yeah, Cam Bynum will be the starter, but it shit ain't happen. I mean, we'll see how long that lasts, but they should be saying that. Other things, let's see. I do anticipate them validating the whole Madison Dalvin Cook thing again, just like what I said before as far as the 2022 draft class. Whether they believe it or not, they got to make sure that they're having everybody believe that this was the right move. Like Alexander Madison, oh shit, he looks good. He looks so good out there. Running backs look fantastic. Also with the contract talks when it comes to Hawkinson, Danielle Hunter, Justin Jefferson, and Jefferson had a great quote today about his contract that we didn't even mention. They're all going to be it's just fluid. It's we're continuously talking about it. They're going to keep saying that. We've heard that so many damn times every year.
Yep. I think we're also going to hear. I already mentioned it. I kind of showed my hand on this one, but I think Josh Metellus is going to be talked up this entire camp, and I think it's because he's actually going to be playing well and being used properly. So Josh Metellus buzz, I think we're going to hear that, and I think it's going to continue to grow and grow to the point we're expecting huge things from him this year.
You know what the weird thing is I think we're going to hear great things about our safeties. I don't know why. Deep down in my parts, my crusty, wet parts, I just feel a weird, surprising cut at safety. Whether that's Cam Bynum or Josh Metellus.
I don't know. There's no one else to keep. I think you got to keep at least 4. And there's
a lot of safeties that are going to get cut at the end. I'm just saying the safety position, I just feel something weird brewing there.
Who knows? We'll see. But you brought up the point that Brian Flores, he's kept 5, 6 at times. So didn't we keep one year? Was it 2 years ago where we kept like one safety?
No, we had Harrison Smith and I think it was Metellus. It was weird. It was like it was weird.
Yeah, we had like 2. All right. So what's next? Oh, so let's move off training camp here. So there's been a lot of predictions going around. USA Today dropped theirs. Adam Marenko, he does his. Some other one. But a lot of them have the Vikings below 500 on the year. I saw one where every team besides the Lions was 7-9, and they had the Lions 11-5. Seriously though, I mean, how could the Vikings? Heart, we got purple parts, purple juices, purple excretions. How is that possible? How could it possibly happen?
Tim Voss is going to the opener and wants to grab a beer. Lubbock and I will be at training camp next week for the Thursday night practice. Probably inebriated. Just a hunch.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
What did I miss? Why do people... Yeah, Lubbock is you keep turning into a frozen monster there.
Am I better now?
You are better. What was your question?
These records. Everybody's got the Vikings below 5.
Happened again. Let me know if it's me or Lupagus. I don't know. I can still see myself, but let me know if it's Lupagus or myself that needs a restart internet. Oh boy. Yeah. You've gone full. You've lost your mind.
Booted. What happened there?
You keep freezing on us, so keep dancing.
How's it now?
You're good now. Purple for Gold says you need to get off AOL. So as far as predictions, hey, who knows? I mean, I hope they're wrong. Well, but coming off this, I mean, the season last year is so damn good, so many wins. I mean, it's going to be very far-fetched that we get that many wins again, but we should win the fucking North. Let's go.
I think the only way we finish below 500 is to an injury to Kirk Cousins. Otherwise, I can't see it happening. Like, that could be the biggest negative ass.
Mullins cannot lead this team to 12 wins. Are you nuts? Maria Bakeman, one of our most recent members, and Lupagus froze again.
I'm back though.
Right. You froze again. Hello.
Can you see me?
Yep.
You can see me?
I can.
All right. Yeah, no, it's I think that's the only way. Otherwise, to me, it doesn't make sense. Like, I know we had a lot of close games last year, but it's because the defense was so bad. The defense can't be that bad. There's no way it can be that bad again. So we may not have as many wins as last year, but we're sure as hell ain't going to finish below 500.
That would be something would have to severely go wrong to be under 500. I don't think we should really even be that close to 500. We should be, I mean, let's give me a break.
And this isn't like, I mean, I'm looking through it through like honest eyes, clear lenses, no purple tint. Honestly, I think we should be well above 500.
Hey, we got a couple new members this evening. Yeah, well, you're right. This is probably maybe this is Viking Funeral handing out the we got Chris Sloth, generic name, Mason M in the house, Jay Malls. So I don't know if these were gifted.
Those are the gifted ones.
All right, well, that's wonderful. Welcome aboard. Remember to re-up on that when it's time. I greatly appreciate Viking Funeral and everybody else. So that's beautiful.
All right, so this isn't really a game; it's more of a segment on you. Are you ready?
You froze.
God damn it! Am I back?
You're back. What is it?
All right, so this is going to be
full 2A as well. Greatly appreciated.
Yep, absolutely. So this is called. You're going to roster them, you're going to cut them, you're going to practice squad them. I'm going to give you a group of players. You can tell me you're going to roster, cut, or practice squad.
Yes, I love everything about this. We're gonna do we still got to give away a hat tonight too. So
all right, we can do it after this.
All right, so it is what? Roster, cut, or what?
Or put them on the practice squad.
Roster, cut, practice squad. Comments, hot and heavy. Let's see what you would do if you were the GM.
And I think this one's fairly easy. We're gonna start with the first group. I got Joanne Williams, Najee Thompson, and Tay Gowan. Who are you going to roster? Who are you going to cut? Who are you going to practice squad?
Practice squad, Najee Thompson. I'm keeping Jawan Williams. Tay Gowan, I wish you well wherever you may go. Najee Thompson, special teamer, baby. I mean, he was on the show last week. How do you not love this guy? He lives and breathes special teams, and whatever he can offer at the bottom of the depth chart at the cornerback for now, great. But Tay Gowan's been around. He's bounced around for some teams. It just ain't happening.
And you're welcome to view this through what you think is going to happen or what you want to happen. So whatever you want to do.
Well, that was actually both. Like
that came from the heart, I think.
Well,
I think
you're right. I want to happen, but that's what I actually think would happen. Lebegus is frozen and sleeping. We're gonna have to.
Am I back now?
Yes. So hey, this is another reason to, join the YouTube membership so we can get Lebegus a little upgrade on his internet.
Oh, I'm sorry. You've had more internet problems over this than I ever have. So let's keep going. Am I live? Can you hear me?
I doubt it.
Can you hear me right now? I'm asking you. All right. Let's go to the second group. We got Jalen Reagor, Brandon Powell, Tristan Jackson, roster cut, practice squad.
Let's cut them all or not?
It's your call.
Jalen Reagor, Tristan Jackson, and who?
And Brandon Powell.
Jalen Reagor is going to get cut, and we're just going to cut our losses on that one.
Okay.
Brandon Powell and who? Tristan. You know what? Tristan Jackson. I'm actually going to have him make the old squad here, and Brandon Powell is going to go to the practice squad.
Wow.
I mean, Brandon Powell? It's a nice thought to have like this gimmicky wide receiver that you can have a little bit of fun with, punt returner. But yeah, I'm over that. So Tristan Jackson, you know what? He's going to earn his spot. Let's go.
All right. I like it. Let's go to the next group. Group 3. We got Jonathan Bullard, Ross Blacklock, and James Lynch.
Oh shit! This one hurts. This is a tough one.
Yeah, I know.
Ross Blacklock's getting cut. James Lynch is going to the practice squad, and Jonathan Bullard's going to be on that 53, baby.
Wow.
Jonathan Bullard's just the dude who's just, again, we said it multiple times. He's just fine. He's not a liability out there. He can make some plays. Ross Blacklock, I think, just like Jalen Reagor, I think that time is coming past. I know he's still very young. Hey, maybe there's some upside there. And James Lynch has been around this long. He would probably say, you know what, screw you. I don't want your practice squad spot. I'm going to go get 14 sacks on this team that wants to sign me.
The Bears would probably sign him.
Cut. Tim Versteeg doesn't want any of them. Bears would. You're right. James Lynch gets cut. The Bears will be the first one to call him. They call all of our players.
Cut. That's like you and your lamb sausage or whatever the hell it was called. All right. I got one more for you. Group 4. Luigi Villain, DJ Wanham, Andre Carter. Roster, cut, or practice squad.
Oh, man. That one's actually kind of tough. Luigi Villain, Andre Carter. So this is assuming that if we cut them, they will be on the practice squad, right?
No, you can pick one for each.
Well, I'm going to put Andre Carter on the practice squad.
Okay.
Sounds like he snuck through. He needs a year. He needs to beef up. He needs to get a little more ready. I'm excited about Andre Carter, but he's not ready this year, so he's on the practice squad. And Luigi Villain, I would love to see what he can do out there. So he's actually going to make the team just like he did last year. And DJ Wanham, you know what? Go get yours.
You letting him go?
I'm letting him go. I know he can get to the quarterback. His run defense actually improved a little bit, but I don't know. He can find DJ Wanhams out there. Luigi Villain has the upside. Andre Carter has the upside. DJ Wanham.
I just feel like his future's not here. I think his future is somewhere else.
It's not. It's gone. What was your favorite Back to the Future movie?
I was actually a big fan of the third one.
The Western one?
1 and 3 to me are the ones I liked.
Jesus,
the second one was never my favorite.
Wow, I like it. Number 1 is easy.
Well, I mean, obviously, yeah, but you can say which one's the best. 1's the best, but 3 always kind of held a special place in my heart.
I just Mary Versteeg. What's her name? Mary
Versteeg.
Not Versteeg. I got Versteeg on the brain. It's something close to that. She's hot.
Is it the same one from like Elf, the mom?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Right. That was cut, roster, or practice squad.
No, that was a good one.
Sternbergen.
Yes, Versteeg, Sternbergen, whatever.
All right, we got a hat to give away. How are we going to do this?
I don't know. You're frozen again.
I'll come back. I always do.
All right, let's do this. Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
Viking funeral. You know, I hope he's just belly up somewhere, just getting shit faced on that tequila and beer. Because Viking funeral is the show.
Wow.
Again, you know what? I wouldn't be opposed to saying that Viking funeral is a sponsor for this year.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, this show is brought to you by Viking funeral.
We've been a sponsor for about 7
this guy,
months.
he's always doesn't need to do it. Viking funeral, you do not need to do that, man. We greatly appreciate all the support, but it's beautiful. It's so beautiful that Lupagus this will all go towards Lupagus's internet. I'm gonna drop you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a trivia question, and whoever gets it right off the bat wins the 1 bar and Lupagus swag. But give me a minute so I can just get it quick because it's already ready. I don't know if yep, welcome back to the show.
I don't know what's going on. I switched my other net. Maybe that'll be better.
I'm doing a quick trivia question, and the first one to get it gets the swag.
Hey,
I wasn't prepared.
Good luck on your new job, August 7th, School TYA.
Really? Well done, sir.
Bet you he's like in construction. He's going to be wrecked something.
Lupagus, you keep an eye on the comments because it usually comes quicker to you because I'm watching the other side.
On it. If I don't freeze, I'll be good to go.
Back to the Future, Lee Thompson had me excited. Left. Come on, pull it together, man. You pervert.
I can't argue with that.
I liked the one from the season 1.
Yeah, they recasted her. Was Leah Thompson the one who was also in Howard the Duck?
Oh, damn right. Leah Thompson was in everything.
She fucked the duck in that movie.
That's gross. All right, here we go.
I didn't write it.
So Vikings, you know what? Maybe they're moving on from Kirk Cousins next year. Who knows? Maybe they'll be drafting a first-round quarterback. What I want to know for the 1 bar and Lupagus swag is who was the first quarterback the Vikings ever took in round 1? Who was the first quarterback the Vikings ever took in round 1?
You got to text me the answer so I know.
Well,
or message me here in the chat.
You can just start rattling them off.
We got a Tommy Kramer. We got Kramer. We got Tarkington, Kramer, Cap, Tommy Mason, Culpepper, Tarkington, Joe Cat, Kramer, Cap, Culpepper, Teddy, Cap. Damn, I don't know.
Well, here's the issue is I saw a Tommy Kramer out there before I even finished the question. Tommy Kramer is the right answer out of Rice. So I don't know if David Ditter I see with Tommy Kramer and it was before I even finished. So do we give it to him?
Yeah, I think you have to. He was right.
All right, David Ditter is the winner. D.
Like
Garcia was right behind him. Tommy Kramer, I figured a lot of Joe Caps and Fran Tarkingtons would be.
Those.
But Joe Cap was actually super late. I think Tarkington was round 3. So Tommy Kramer, it wasn't until was it 78 or something? 77? I don't know.
Wasn't he like a mid? Was he like a 12th or 14th, somewhere in there?
Oh, Thomas, I'm glad to see that you came back and like us again. Yeah, it was very surprising that the amount of quarterbacks the Vikings have taken round 1 is very, very minimal. Teddy and Ponder. I mean, we've only taken 4. Culpepper, Kramer. I think that's it.
That's it. That's all we need.
Well, no, we needed more. But David Ditter, you, sir, are the winner. Hit us up, 1barlupagus@gmail.com. We'll make sure to get you a 1 bar and Lupagus hat or shirt, whatever the hell you want. Appreciate, as always, all the support. Remember, this year, we're going live 3 times a week, before the game, after the game. After the game, we're usually talking Spanish, and then on Wednesdays.
And on Wednesdays, yep. Hell yeah. So that's it. That is the show tonight. Thank you for everybody for hopping on. It's here. The Vikings.
He froze. We appreciate everything. Viking funeral. Everybody.
Can you see me?
O2IA. Appreciate everything, man. You guys
have a
fantastic week. We will be back next week. Boom.
I have a fact if I'm still not frozen.